Bikfaya is a town in the Matn District region of Mount Lebanon. Its stone houses with red tiled roofs resting amidst pine and oak forests make Bikfaya one of the most sought-after suburbs of Beirut and one of Lebanon's most popular summer resorts. Culture. La Fête des Fleurs, a Bikfaya of the Festival of Flowers, has attracted tourists since 1934 when Maurice J. Miles started the festival to attract attention to the mountainous town. Each year, a variety of vehicles decorated with thousands of colorful flowers and fruits parade through Bikfaya's tree-lined main street. Live music bands, bazaars, and the election of 3 beauty queens, the Queen of Flowers, the Queen of Fruits, and the Queen of Sports, are held in the public squares and gardens. Demography. Bikfaya is home to 20,000 Lebanese who are followers of the Maronite Catholic, Greek Orthodox, Greek Catholic, Armenian Orthodox, Baptist and other Christian churches. Bikfaya is also the summer seat of the Armenian Catholicos of Cilicia. Etymology. The name Bikfaya is contraction of the Aramaic compound phrase Beit Kifa, with kifaya being the relative adjective of the word rock or stone in Aramaic, and so Bikfaya would mean the house of stone, or the rocky, stony house, with the semantic connotation of the place, location of stones, or stone quarry. Geography. Bikfaya is nestled in the mountains overlooking the Mediterranean with an elevation ranging from 900 to 1,000 meters above sea level. It lies 25 kilometers from Beirut and only a short drive to the Mazar-Ferdabien ski resort. Summers in Bikfaya are cool and characterized by periods of fog in the afternoon. The Greater Bikfaya consists of the towns of Bikfaya, Maidse, Sakayut al-Masek, Basaf and Al-Raurun. History. The name of the town comes from Phoenician origin, the stone house that is consecrated to worship the god Kifa. Church historian, the German historian Rohinger, proved that the Christian peoples, later known as Almoravid, have dwelled in this area and built Baskinta, Bikfaya, and Basaf starting around the year 679, a short time before building Eden in North Lebanon. Historians mention as well that Bikfaya and Basaf were the headquarters of the Maronite emirs and bishops starting from the 7th century A.D., and the most distinguished of these was Emir Saman, who resided in Basaf in the 11th century. The residents of the old Keserwan supported the Crusaders who stayed in this country from 1098 till 1291. When the Crusaders withdrew from these lands, the Arabs led the first Mamluk campaign in revenge under the leadership of Prince Pedra in 1292. However, these harsh mountains proved resistant to Mamluk soldiers who led a second campaign in 1293 which ended in the death of the leader and the slaughter of most of the soldiers. The Mirada victories filled the Mamluk with hatred. They gathered an army of 50,000 warriors who attacked Keserwan in 1305. They destroyed villages, burned temples, cut trees and wiped out all traces of construction and also killed everyone they could lay hands on. Only a few of the residents of these areas survived and wandered in the mountains of North Lebanon. As such, Bikfaya and its surroundings remained uninhabited until the 16th century. Bikfaya during the era of the Safavian emirs. Feudalism in the Mamluk era was granted by the Sultan in return for military services provided by individuals to the state. The Mamluk granted the Turkoman control over the north with the mission to safeguard the shoreline against intrusion by Occidentals and early natives. The Safavian inhabited areas they called after the notables and then moved to Gazir. During the era of Prince Mansur al-Safi, with security spreading in the Keserwan area, Some members of the Bikfaya families, who had survived in 1305, started to return to the hometown in 1540. It seems that Prince Mansur decided to befriend the Christians after destroying the Shiites in his area who had plotted to kill him. The Jamails came from Jarj in 1545 and met him. He honored them and granted them control over Bikfaya and its northern suburbs and sent them immediately to it. It is told that the Jamails came to Bikfaya carrying the picture of Mar Abda. With them came to Woodsa the Maalouf family, and the two families became even closer when a member of the Maalouf family married the sister of Father Antun Jemail and was blessed with 2 children, one of whom became a priest. In 1587, Father Antun sought to build a church in Bikfaya, so he donated 1,000 kobrosi to this cause. However, this sum was not enough and the number of inhabitants of Bikfaya was little, so Father Antun resorted to his brother-in-law and nephew for help and unified the efforts of the 2 towns and implemented his project next to an old oak tree. The tree is estimated to be around 1,000 years old and its trunk still remains visible until our present day. Antun set in the southeastern side of the church an altar in the name of Mar Abda for the Maronites and another in the northeastern side in the name of Our Lady for the Greek Orthodox. He says in his book, The History of the Maronites, page 181, and in the year 1587 Father Antun of Jemail family built the church of Mar Abda in the village of Bikfaya and had it illustrated by Elias al-Hazrani. He spent on it 1,000 kobrosi in addition to donations by the residents of Bikfaya and other philanthropists. Then Patriarch Sarkis followed in the steps of his predecessors and raised Father Antun to archbishop as a reward for his efforts. Historians believe that Bikfaya was the consecrated shrine of the Phoenician Baal. It was also the capital of the Christian Kansimat of Lebanon. Religious structures. Mar Abda Church built in 1587. Jesuit convent built in 1833. St. Elias Choir Monastery, a Maronite and Greek Orthodox complex with a church built in 1590. Armenian Seminary and summer retreat of the Catholicos of Cilicia. Our Lady of Deliverance. Marmile Church. Tourism. Many restaurants, especially ones specializing in Lebanese cuisine, can be found in Bikfaya. It also offers tourists rest and leisure in its numerous hotels, amusement centers, and public gardens, such as the Grand Hotel Nace and such as Locanda Corsini Guest Villa. The Nace is a natural spring and one of Bikfaya's most popular destinations. The Nace has been known for its curative powers, attracting hundreds of health-seeking tourists each year.